Hello, what's up, y'all? We're back.
We've returned from our week-long sabbatical.
Happy Father's Day
Yeah,
to those who celebrate.
yeah. We're stealing valor from dads.
Yep, taking that. Well, we got like a Vader on the table.
Yeah, well, Vader
won't be.
Vader and Luke will not be appearing in the stream.
No,
we got a Han at least.
We decided to just take the top 9.
We can assume Akbar spawns creatures the way octopuses. Squids are they lay eggs, right?
mate.
They have eggs, right?
I think
they're like a satchel of eggs.
I think so. There's probably some sort of. I should know more about this. There's some sort of implement. I know the male dies. I'm pretty sure after having sex.
They're
calamaris.
The Mon Calamari, whatever the Mon Calamari version of Ponfar is.
It's just like that.
So
it's just like they have to return to their home planet once every 10 years, or their
yeah, it has to swim.
Egg sacs will explode.
It has to swim back upstream. All right, so we're gonna do best of 3. We didn't. I'm lazy. I don't want to build sideboards.
I don't either.
So when Justin suggested let's not do sideboards, I said great.
I mean, we played this whole tournament with single games anyway, and I think for the most part, games could have gone differently even without sideboards.
Depending on
Definitely
depending on what was drawn.
And we sort of made the decks with like the idea of you have some 1-ofs and 2-ofs just for edge cases anyway. So
yeah.
I think it makes sense within the bounds of our tournament to not have sideboards.
Right. I don't think. I mean, I think you kind of learn a little bit of the matchup as you're playing through it. So,
but yeah, we decided on the top 9 because that was a clean 3 passing from each of the pods. The way everything shook out was 4 1s and 3 2s, so easy. The top seed being Luke. That's just how Challenge decided it. So if you want to be mad at Luke, that's fine. But Han and Albert Akbar will have to play in the play-in game. They drew the short straw, I guess, as far as their tiebreakers. So,
all right, I guess we'll do that one first.
Yep, that'll be the
Akbar, Han. Actually, I guess blue is the thing that's most underrepresented.
I think red is overrepresented by the most, and blue is underrepresented. But I think that was also the case for the deck pool in general.
Yeah, probably. I think blue probably gets a big bump in the next set, right?
I would imagine so.
And we got the full spoilers since the last time we streamed, right?
True.
There were a lot of cool cards. I feel like Avar Chris is probably like a standout leader to start with.
Which one's that?
That's the green tap to gain the force, and then you need 9 resources, -1 for every time you've used the force in a turn. I think 7 is realistic, but you might be able to get her down to 6. And if you have the force, she's like 8 power and overwhelm, and she has like 10 health base. But I think the most important thing about Avar Chris is that you just have the ability to get the force at will, and so you don't have to play one of the lower health bases that cares about the force. Right?
Is that her hero ability?
Yeah, her leader side says tap gain the force, and so you can play the Jedi Counselor. Seems really solid. It's the 2-drop in green hero that you tap it, use the force, and play something for -2.
Okay.
So you can play that turn 1. You will have the force because her ability gives you the force, and so you might lose initiative because you have 2 actions on the first turn. But then they have to attack either a 1/4. Jedi Counselor seems really powerful. Plus, it's a force unit, so in other decks you can attack with it to gain the force, right? But you also have the ability to play the lightning bolt, the use the force, and if you do, deal 3 damage to something. So you've got that. Like with her, you can turn 1 play the Jedi Counselor. Turn 2, you can lightning bolt their 2-drop because you've got the force. Use her to get the force back. Then Jedi Counselor in a 4-drop.
Okay. Yeah.
That 4-drop can be the Jedi dude that when he dies, you lose the force and he becomes a resource, right? So, like, I don't know. There seems like some really strong early plays in that deck. Yoda feels like a natural in that deck. Yoda was nutso. I can't imagine what kind of like how everybody would have lost their minds if that Yoda had been spoiled on its own. So
messing with LOB blue with a rare blue base. You play the Consular, has 4 health, so you gain the Force, then play a 5-cost unit if you want.
Yeah. Yep.
It'd be pretty interesting. I'm excited. And we get to open more Carbonite boxes.
Okay. I actually think this hand is a mulligan because I have too many late drops and not enough early action.
And so also some matches in the tournament came down to like initiative, right? Who had initiative, so this helps solve for that.
All right, you got the initiative. I don't know. I think this deck actually struggles with moderately large pilot heroes. Because if you ever lose the initiative, those pilots are hitting you for like 8 or more. I think like Vader Yellow is not like a great matchup for this deck because it's just like way too many too. Knockouts are best of 3, so we'll be playing a best of 3.
Yep, just no sideboards.
All right, you and I guess you. Okay.
Turncoat.
Let's do a Grogu.
Look back, escort.
I will take the initiative.
Yes.
Alright, you don't matter.
You're great with it into Vader Yellows. We get a box turn. Well, there you go.
We're gonna make an X-Wing.
I will play a Boshek. R2 and Millennium Falcon.
I'm gonna play Padme.
I'll play Dagger Squadron Pilot.
I'm gonna take the initiative.
I will play R2. I'll use Han. Han solo unit. I'll attack your base for 6.
Sure.
And attack your base for 3. And pass. What's up, Scrungle Gungus? How's it going, man? Scrungle Gungus.
I'm going to exhaust this thing.
I will use Han. Okay. I'll attack your base for 3.
We're gonna Akbar. Actually, I think Akbar like this. No. We Akbar like this.
Play a Falcon.
I'm gonna attack you for 1. I'll give the Falcon -3.
I'll attack you for 1.
Yep. For 0.
Oh, -3?
-3.
Oh, I'll take initiative. Loving the Akbar decks that are flying around now after the one guy at the PQ. They're pretty good.
Let's have this X-Wing fight the Falcon for 2. And then I'll pass. Did you pay for that? You need to pay for
I am going to pay for it, yes. I will play Han Solo unit, or as a pilot, into the Falcon, attack you for 5.
Sure. I'm going to use Grogu and exhaust the cartel.
I'll use Han. Falcon, attack you for 3, or for 4.
I'm gonna Kira, Oshek, and Turncoat. And I'll say Boshek.
Play a Turncoat.
I will fight the Turncoat.
Draw. I'll take initiative.
We're going to add. Let's see. What's more important? I guess Padme is really buying an extra X-Wing if I want to take one of your things on. I guess I have 2 exhaustions between Grogu and Akbar if needed, and then Padme still. So I think it's use Akbar on Padme to make an X-Wing, and then attack you with 2 X-Wings.
Okay.
And then pass.
Okay, pay for Falcon. I'll use Han. 3, I'll attack you for 6.
Okay, I'm going to Grogu the Millennium Falcon.
I'll attack you for 3.
Let's Kira you for 3.
Play Millennium Falcon.
I'm going to, I guess, deploy Akbar.
Deploy Han as a pilot. Already all my stuff.
One card. I'm gonna Akbar you, exhaust Padme, make an X.
I'll pay 5 for Boshek. I'll discard this other Boshek. And draw Falcon Waylay.
I have to take the initiative here.
I'll pass.
I hate losing out on all that damage. I hate losing out on all the damage. I hate losing out on all that fighting. If I wasn't one hit away from dead, the thing is with my resources, I could leave you with 1 unit. But the problem is
that unit kills you.
That unit kills me. So I have to start this turn with a U-wing. Let's Sanctioner Shuttle plus Bright Hope. That's what we're looking for. Well, we hit Bright Hope. And we hit a blue leader to fight the Wolfpack escort.
We'll waylay the Bright Hope.
I die. I think this game is actually pretty close here because I think I'm in the territory where the game gets under control. I didn't see a Sanctioner shuttle early enough, right? I think if I shuttle the
that one
the cartel
spacer did.
I mean, it did
so much damage.
18 or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Nah, I had 0. I need a bamboozle, right? Like,
but it's banned.
I have 0 resources to use. I had a home 1 in hand, right? And so the next turn, home 1 comes down, and I'm probably golden.
Yeah, like if home 1 gets down, and you actually get the swing.
My hand was Leia plus the Resistance Blue Squadron X-Wing. So the Blue Squadron X-Wing could smoke one of those units, but it couldn't kill the big Falcon, the one that had all the stuff on it. So I could kill one of those, and then I had a bunch of attacks that I could use to take down a bunch of the stuff. So the problem is if I start doing that, you take initiative, and then you just kill me. So I got behind just a little bit that game, and stayed behind the whole game. I think if I draw a Sanctioner shuttle early, or a Bright Hope early, I think I'm in good shape. I needed like one little bit of reprieve. One tiny bit of reprieve there. I think if I have a Resistance Squadron on 4, I'm also in good shape, right? So I think I can blow up one of your space things, and then Grogu can
Mulligan.
Start tackling some of the other stuff. This also a good card. All right, you go there. You go here. Favorable delegate, I'll draw.
Wolfpack.
I will take the initiative.
Yes.
Leia the wolf pack.
Y-wing.
We're gonna make an X-wing.
Use Han. Boshek.
I will take the initiative.
Play 3PO. Play 3. Draw Boshek. Pass.
Develop. I think we develop. I'm gonna play the Echo-based defender.
Boshek onto the escort. Okay, goodbye 3PO.
Take the damage or damage one of your things. I guess I'll attack you for 2. I guess actually it makes sense. Heal 2. I'm gonna attack the Y-wing. That way you can't Han and kill it.
I will Han. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll attack with 3PO.
Okay.
And draw 3PO.
I'm gonna attack you for 2 with Leia.
Take you for 3.
We're gonna Akbar an X-wing.
Take you for 1.
I'm gonna take the initiative. I literally can't believe I have the initiative in this matchup. This deck has like 1,000 actions, but
this one also does.
This one, yeah.
I'll say 3 with 3PO.
Never tell me the odds.
Pass.
I think you are the least substantial. I have this X-wing kill the Y-wing.
Han. Take it for 4.
Sanctioner shuttle. Let's have the defender attack you for 4.
Play Falcon.
We're gonna spare the target.
Take initiative.
Alright, we're gonna Akbar and an X-wing. We'll attack you for 2. Leia's gonna attack you for 2. And Then I will pass. I can feel the Akbar tentacles constricting.
Well, talk to me about tentacles.
When you've watched the stream for too long. When you know you've watched the stream for too long.
I'm going to play Falcon.
I'm going to hit it with Thor molecules.
I'll Sanctuary Shuttle the Defender.
We're gonna Akbar.
On. Enfys Nest. I'll tag you for 4.
I'm gonna deploy Akbar.
Tag you for 1, say 7. Draw Enfys.
I'm gonna attack you for 3 and exhaust Leia and make an X-Wing.
Deploy Han. I'll untap 4.
3, right? 4. Um, 6 damage. I'll take initiative, I think.
Play Falcon and Dagger Squadron Pilot. Pass.
Resistance and 7 to the Han Sanctuary Shuttle.
All right. Take it for 3.
I'm gonna waylay that Falcon.
I'll Enfys the Defender.
I'm gonna Akbar you. We'll exhaust this guy and make a X-Wing.
Take it for 1, say 3.
I'm gonna attack you for 3.
Take initiative.
Attack it for 2. Attack it for 2. Attack it for 2.
Hold on. Let me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 6,
5, 6,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Went through like half my deck.
I'm impressed by how open this deck can keep its options.
It's like ridiculous amount of options every turn, right?
Yeah. Usually it's correct to pump out the X-Wing and then do something. I actually think I made a slight misplay the one turn where I waylaid the Falcon that you played. If I had made an X-Wing and you play the Falcon, I could resisted squadron it right then. And I use all my resources. I kill the Falcon on the spot. And granted, you could have played something else.
Well, that was my first action, right? So you're saying if I play the Falcon, then you make an X-Wing?
No, no. I did an attack where I could have just I think I attacked with like the Echo Base Defender or something like that, and where I could have just made an X-Wing and I would have had 4 space units with the Resistance squadron dude. Now maybe you don't play the Falcon into 4 possible 4 space units, right? I don't know, but that was one where like you played the Falcon and I was like, I should have made my X-Wing. So
I'll take this, I guess. I will mulligan.
I had to choose sides to take the Infos on the next turn.
Did not even come close to needing that.
Yeah, you just
you look up and there's like 6 X-Wings.
Yeah.
And then overweight, that's actually 12 damage.
Yeah. They add up fast. I left 6 damage on the table the previous turn, but I felt it was too important to take the unit because I could smoke the Han as the first action.
Yeah.
I had enough dudes. I guess it's got to be this. Agreedo. I'll play Grogu.
Wolfpack.
Take initiative.
Pass.
Special edition. A New Hope. In 25 years, Grogu's in the bar and forces Greedo to miss the shot.
Yeah. That edition might come out like next year. The Filoni cut.
The Filoni cut. The Grogu cinematic universe. I'll use Admiral Akbar.
I'm gonna shuttle the X-Wing into oblivion.
I will take initiative.
Well, hold on. Hey, I'll take it for 4. 6. Pass.
Blue Squadron Greedo.
Is there any reason for me to mill here?
There would be if you had already Honned, right? You would know it was on top. You would know if you wanted it or not, but
I'll just do it. Okay. It's not doing any damage. I will Use on. Thank you for 3.
I'm gonna Grogu the wolf pack.
I'm gonna play 3PO. Say 1.
I'm going to take the initiative.
Play. Not bad. Play.
Excuse me.
Bocheck. Draw these guys. Pass.
I'm gonna fight the escort.
Let's shuttle Grogu.
Play Bright Hook.
He's on. Well, I'll take you for 1 with 3PO and say 3. Draw tuck.
I'll take the initiative.
Play Wolfpack Escort and Wolfpack Escort. And I'll take Bright Hope for 3. I'll pop Han into the Sanctioner Shuttle. Ready these. Play tech. And pass.
I'm gonna Resistance Squadron the Bocheck shuttle.
I'll tech. Never tell me the odds. So we should discard 3. I'm doing 5. I'll do 5 to the Bright Hope.
I'm gonna lay out the Han ship.
I'll take you for 1 and say 3.
I'll fight a Wolfpack Escort.
Thank you for 2. I'll attack Leia.
I'll deploy Akbar.
Thank you for 2.
I'll kill Tech.
Take initiative.
I'll pass.
Take her 5.
Timely reinforcements. You got 7, right?
Yep.
3 Sentinel X-Wings.
Thank you for 1. Do I do that? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I was gonna say 3.
Okay.
That's my number.
Okay.
Here's the waylay. I already looked at.
I'll have Akbar attack you for 3.
You can review the tape to.
And I'm not going to use him. I guess there's like an argument since you got waylay, but I don't think you'd waylay this.
No,
probably not,
bad.
right?
Yeah. I'm gonna fight an X-Wing.
I'm gonna attack your base for 3.
I'm gonna shuttle an X-Wing.
I'm gonna take the initiative.
I'll play Falcon. You saw me draw all the shuttles. Is what your question right now. You saw it happen.
I haven't seen one in 3 games.
Play Greedo. Attack X-Wing. Pass.
Literally haven't seen one in 3 games. I'm gonna time limit for 4 X-Wings, but that's not all.
Word. I will hit you for 3.
I'll play an Echo Base. Yeah, I'll play an Echo Base Defender.
I'll Han pilot into one of the X-Wings.
I'm gonna Akbar, I guess Greta. And then, am I exhausting this? I think the answer is no. Yeah, so.
I'll Boshek the shuttle.
I'm gonna attack your base for 3. I think if I hadn't let you draw like 4 million cards this game, I think I would have been in good shape.
Yeah.
I
will.
I didn't have anything on turn 3, and I kind of feel that this game.
Never tell me odds. 2. 3 damage. 3 damage. I'll shoot the base.
Sure. I'll take the initiative.
I will attack you for 1. I'll say 3. Okay. I'll attack an X-Wing. Attack an X-Wing. Yes.
Traitors on the Falcon.
I'll waylay it. Oh, I need to pay for that too. The Falcon. Which I'm obviously going to do. We play vibes-based Star Wars here.
I'll kill that thing.
Thank you for 5.
I'll attack you for 3. I'll exhaust this X-Wing and make an X-Wing.
Thank you for 1.
Yeah.
Say 3.
I'll take initiative. Falcon, Han pilot.
I got no Han pilot. I do have Falcon Boshek. That's 4.
Okay.
And cards.
Yeah. I can't not believe the number of asterisks on that game.
Whatever.
Cannot believe the number of asterisks. I
think
you'll
find that it was consistent with all my other behavior.
The number of times I was cheated directly during that game are disgusting.
Did I cheat? Yes, but was it
frankly disgusting?
I think it's like cheating with an asterisk and saying that the intention was not to cheat.
Yeah.
Cheating with that intention is like completely defensible. Right?
Yeah, like manslaughter.
I didn't know what I was doing, man.
All right. What's the next game? Is it a Saj? Saj something.
Saj, no,
it's Holdo Piet. Okay. Holdo?
Holdo's here.
Holdo.
Right.
I'm actually surprised I was in that game as long as I was. I think that's a testament to that Akbar deck.
Yeah, definitely. The timelies were
very good. The Data Vault drives me insane. Data Vault just simply drives me insane. I drew 1 Sanctuary Shuttle. I drew Sanctuary Shuttle the turn game 1, the turn where I was dead. If I have a Sanctuary Shuttle on that previous game, I'm probably okay, right? Because I feel like both the games I lost, you had some early thing that was just never answered that did probably 15 damage by itself, right? I think like if that Akbar deck can contain the opponent to like 1 threat, it's like it may as well be 0 threats because of all the tapping stuff like that it has access to. Yeah. Sanctioner Shuttle diff.
Those games though, very fun and interactive.
Yeah, it was very interactive. It was very interactive. I got to 7. I had resourced my 1. It was turn 1, right? So I resourced U-wing reinforcements then. And then I think you milled a U-wing reinforcements with never tell me odds, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I was like, we got to the part of the game where both home 1 and U-wing reinforcements could like actually swing it for me. I just didn't have them because of Data Vault.
Meanwhile, I was over here with like 10 cards left in my deck.
Yeah.
3 POs popping off. Boshek's popping off. There's just like an insane amount of card advantage on how.
Yeah, I would love to have done something about 3PO. I mean, actually, I think the Greedo was really bad for me because you got a fair amount of damage with Greedo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of things I probably could have. I don't know. I don't know. I missed my. The thing about the Akbar decks, you kind of play off curve a little bit usually.
Yeah, you just want to make an X-wing and then do a thing.
Yeah. So not having another 2-drop, I was in really bad shape. This hand is the worst hand I've seen in Star Wars.
Yeah. In all of the Star Wars.
Well, I thought that was the worst hand in Star Wars. Do I need you? I might need you.
Take initiative.
Determined recruit.
That's scary. Super laser. Mans.
I'm not resourced, sir. You forget yourself, sir.
So we rewatched Highlander.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy from. Oh no! So I was also watching Doctor Who this weekend. This is an entirely different thought, but Highlander was like an okay movie, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things going on in the first Highlander movie. I think the problem is that Lambert is like not a great actor.
He's really bad. Sean Connery like saved the movie,
yeah,
pretty much in the middle of it. But I was gonna say the guy from Andor that was in charge of the corporation that Cyril worked for is in a Doctor Who episode. And I was like pointing at screen.
I'm gonna play Determined Recruit.
Take initiative.
We're gonna buff this recruit, and I'm gonna hit you for 5.
All right.
Then I'm gonna pass. Attack you for 3.
I'll pee it in a resupply carrier.
I'll blue squadron and do a damage to it.
I'll deploy pee it.
I'll take initiative.
I'll fight the recruit. Yes.
Attack you for 3.
Take you for 4.
Poe.
Eee. I'll play Arkan's assault carrier and fight this thing. Make it a resource.
I'll take initiative.
I'll take you for 2. And pass.
How many resources?
4, 9.
I'm gonna attack you for 6, and I'm gonna pitch a card to do 2 damage to you.
Word. I'll let you for 7.
I'll deploy Holdo.
I'll prepare for takeoff. Okay. I'll find 1 Gladiator Star Destroyer.
I'm gonna wreck her Piet.
Take her 4.
Hit you for 3.
We'll play a Dark Trooper.
I'll take initiative.
Play Admiral Piet. Pass.
I'm gonna wreck her through the Dark Trooper and trample you for 4.
Play this thing and make Piet a Sentinel.
I'll Poe into that Piet, and I'll pitch a wrecker from my hand to do 2 damage to your base.
Dead. Dead.
This Holdo deck will show you the worst fucking hand you've ever seen, and then win the game convincingly.
It's actually so silly.
Win the game convincingly.
Yeah.
Now, is it Poe? Is it Wrecker? I don't know. But I did do like 11 damage or something with recruits.
I think I was just straight losing to Poe anyway. Wrecker was really, really bad, though.
Yeah, the recruits actually did like a kind of a disgusting amount of damage. All things considered.
Right? What's up, Vivo? 1, 2, 3.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome to the stream. Do you own the popular video streaming site Vivo?
It's spelled with 1 E, isn't it?
Maybe they're incognito.
Incognitus. Yeah, to throw people off the trail.
Yeah.
It's probably enough to fool AI.
I mean, yeah.
We're doing all right. We're jamming some games.
AI is like literally only ever fooled, right?
I think
it just takes all information.
It's not. It doesn't have an intellect.
Fact checker.
It doesn't have an intellect.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the thing. Is that it's.
We're going off.
It just looks at it looks at other stuff, and then how do you play Star Wars? The Star Wars Unlimited. I don't know that we are the best teachers for that.
Yeah. Read the rules.
I would check.
There are like we have early videos.
They have the Fantasy Flight has like quite a bit of streams with how you play.
Yeah, there's probably a good YouTube video you can watch. And if you want to get some experience on how the game actually flows and play the game, there is a website called forcetable.net that you can play with starter decks against AI opponents. So I think you will very, very quickly pick up the game if you play some Force Table. It's pretty intuitive. It's a browser-based client.
If you've got
to download anything or anything.
If you got experience with Magic, this is not that far from Magic. There's you have different arenas, whereas Magic, everything's all in the same mosh pit, and here you've got the space and then you've got the ground. So that's like a primary difference there. If you've played some other card games, let us know. Similar to Pokemon, not entirely. No, in Pokemon you have like one active monster that can fight the other person's active monster. In this one, everything is fair games. I would compare it to like Hearthstone. Other games like that. Well, that and that. Yeah, if your point of card game reference is Pokemon, in Pokemon you're like making a team, and this and like one Pokemon squares off against the other Pokemon, right? And this we got to balance both arenas, right? And that last one, Justin was overwhelming in the space arena, but I managed to push through victory in the ground arena. Your choice, right?
Oh yeah, I'll take it. I will play Prepare for Takeoff.
Okay. I'll play a black one.
I'll get 3 Supply Care and a Black Sun Starfighter. And I'll take initiative. I'll resupply.
Two, 5, 5. Luke into black one.
Take initiative.
This actually hits you for 6. I was counting wrong with the other card in my hand as well. I had BB-8, right? Like so, I can attack for 2, then BB-8, then attack for 4. It's the same thing as this. So,
yeah.
All right. Guess we get rid of that. I don't think I've ever. I think I've literally never played that card.
I'll Piet Resupply Carrier.
Okay. How do I want to get damage?
Can you see what card? The card Nathan mentioned.
It's BB-8, right? I think, right?
I'm number 1 BB-8 enjoyer.
Okay, we buff and we'll hold out. That's 8 damage. That's a lot. a lot of damage. I think we'll holdo the black one and buff it.
I'll play. Yeah.
We'll hit you up for a little number I like to call 8.
Okay, I'll hit you for 2.
I'm going to play the Veteran Fleet Officer.
Take initiative.
I will pass.
I'll play Devastator. I'll do 2, 1, 1.
One open. So I'm gonna holdo this thing.
I'm gonna attack you for 2.
I'm gonna slap you for 8 again. Luke and Black One is gonna solo you.
I'm gonna fly this
Sure.
into that.
He'll die at the end of the turn. Oh, I could have done the thing. I'm gonna play Poe. And we'll make an X-Wing token.
Take initiative.
I will. I'm not gonna put him in there to get killed by this Devastator. I will pass. This explodes and Luke goes flying to the ground arena. And then I will draw 2.
Fight Luke.
Just like in the movie, Luke gets punked by some random. Okay, let's hit you for 2.
Play Darth Vader. Retrieve Admiral Pit. Fight. Oh. Where's the damn 3?
Deploy Holdo.
Take it for 9.
One open. Get in there, BB.
Take initiative.
Attack you for 3, buff the BB.
Guess I'm dead, huh?
Nice.
Stupid.
This Holdo deck.
it's killing you with the worst cards in the game.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
but it also, I guess, kills you with the best cards in the game, like last game. I don't know. It is really weirdly good.
I don't know. It defies odds.
Yeah,
it defies odds. It can't be explained.
Her ability is very, very, very good.
Yeah.
It's better than it looks.
Yeah. You would pay 1 to do 2 damage, right?
Yeah. It throws off so much math. There were so many turns where, like that turn with the previous turn where I had to just fly my resupply carrier into the thing. Like, I could have instead killed it with that action.
Yep. But instead,
now I'd take 8.
You lose a unit, but you also still take 8, right?
And there were a lot of ways you could have saved it too.
Yeah.
So it's just that was like the play I had to make.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
the Holdo.
Piet's dead.
All right, and then now it's Boba Fett Asajj, right?
Yes.
All right, he's playing what? We can random it. So far, we've invoked owner's rights.
Boba.
If she has any synergy with exploit, like with Black
process.
Wine, there you knew it was dying at the end of the turn.
I'll take Boba.
Kind of like Chirrut in that way, right? But I don't think Chirrut really. An 8. A 12. I'm worried about the 25 health here.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
But I guess you have to have a unit to attack me otherwise.
Yeah, if she can control, maybe you're fine. We'll see.
She went 3 and 2.
Yeah. It was 4 ones were Vader, Luke, and
now if she flips, she's like in golden, right? Because the ship she's in gets like a bunch of toughness and then has grit, and so
she does like a lot of damage.
Yeah.
What was the other 4-1? Boba. Oh, okay, yeah. Boba, Luke, and Vader.
Oh,
really makes you think.
The year is 2025. I'm playing a card game where Boba Fett is the best card.
Again.
The year is 2012. I'm playing a Star Wars card game where Boba Fett is the best card. The year is 1999. I'm playing a Star Wars card game where Boba Fett is the best card.
Was he was never like the best in the TCG or the LCG? I mean,
No. They printed a good one. He was like laughable. He was actually laughable, right? Like it was a joke how bad he was in the LCG. Vader, I guess, is probably the more accurate one because Vader was really good in the LCG, and Vader was really good in the CCG. DVD lots. Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith.
DVD lots.
Yeah. He had a force choke that he could use in combat. He was absurd. He was trashing those things. The Vader pod in the LCG? No, the Vader pod was broken in the LCG for like the first 2 years of the game. It wasn't until they printed the Force set with all the really good Jedi stuff that he actually fell off. Like it was like all of those decks were like Vader, Emperor, whatever.
They were,
right?
yeah.
It didn't matter what you did. You had all those Force chokes, and they just like killed all the chuds in the game. So. Yeah, Fett was garbage. Like the first Fett was terrible. Oh yeah. Fett was really bad. Yes, that was accurate. Yeah, Vader was awesome, but Fett was really bad. I think I need that. I think I need this. I think you are garbage. And then you are actually probably not great. So, all right. I am going to play the Onyx Squadron Brute.
Proper.
Any reason not to massage T1? I don't think there's any reason not to. I'll massage. I don't actually think there's a reason to Tarkin Town here, so I'll pass. They did print a decent Fett, right, later on.
Take it for 2.
I'm gonna Vanguard.
Do 2 indirect.
I'll take it all on the base.
I'll do 1 extra indirect.
On the base. I will attack you for 2.
You just played a card.
Sorry,
Nathan. I'll play his bomber.
I'll attack the bomber for 2.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna Twerkin Town this bomber. Yeah, the Fett pilot was broken, right? Wasn't he broken? He was like possible for like an infinite combo or something. I think they were rotted that.
Play Kylo's tie.
Attack you for 2.
Take initiative. Just taking initiative.
Attack you for 2. This MF has no idea what to do when he doesn't draw sanctioner shuttles. I'll do that thing. I'll do this thing and smoke it. Pass.
We'll move on. That turn was like play Pride. It was bad. It was real bad.
What are you doing over there, man?
Maybe I should have mulliganed the hand.
Did you have a Devastator?
I had like sneak
Fetch,
attack
fire,
and
spray.
radiant 4 and surprise strike, and I was only drawing 2 cost ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like IG 2000 would have been great.
Fett wasn't in the base set, right? Was Fett printed in the Lando one?
They didn't have like
no, they had Fett in the very first set, right? But it was like Mandalorian armor was in the. And Mandalorian armor was the best card in that Fett pod, right? It's been so long.
Was he in the base? Because I thought the base was just like...
There was like
stuff.
They had like a little bit of other stuff that you could possibly play, but it wasn't quite actually enough at the time.
They didn't have enough like synergies to even be playable.
Yeah. Because the base set was like
you play like
you mostly played Rebel
stuff.
Yeah, he was in the core. Yeah, but he was like a 2 health thing for 4 or whatever, right? Like he was like unplayable.
Oh, remember he had two health was so bad, right?
Yeah, and so you'd play against
like the Force Chokes.
Well, you didn't play against Force Chokes because you played Light Side Dark Side in that game.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because it was fundamentally flawed from conception.
Yeah.
Because like it was clearly
tournaments were nightmare.
This game was designed with tournaments in mind, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're like, okay, the light side's the best thing in the game right now. So you always win with your light side, and you always lose with your dark side.
Always tiebreakers.
Yeah, and then you got your tiebreaker. I was 17th at nationals one year, livid. I was like in a 20-way tie with everybody else, the same thing, and I had like one. The guy I played in the first round dropped.
The important thing is we won the 2v2 tournament.
Yeah, we did win the 2v2 tournament. We beat Matt Coles. This hand might be mulligan worthy, but we'll see.
Play Starhopper.
Brute.
Take initiative.
Little Asajj. Pass.
Attack for 2.
I'll fight the Starhopper. I'll heal 2 and I'll just deal 3 damage to my base, so I'll just take 1 more.
Play Droid Missile Platform.
3 indirect damage. I'll play Volregs.
Take initiative.
Oh, Asajj. Target town.
3 indirect.
To the base. Pass. Oh boy.
I'll open fire.
Coward.
I'll do 1.
You coward. Yeah, I guess I'll play this interceptor.
Take initiative.
I'll pass.
Play Vets Fire Spray, 2 indirect, +1.
To the base. Intercepted.
Take initiative.
Tag you for 3. Well, Asajj.
Asajj's kind of good at killing things, huh?
Pass. If your opponent's primary plan is to have things, especially in space, this deck is relentless in space.
That's Fire Spray.
Get power to the dark side. Middle finger in the air.
I'll deploy Boba Fett.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Do we just get after Fett? All right. Asajj in the ground.
I'll take you for 4.
I'll attack Fett for 4. You've made her more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Take initiative.
I'm gonna shoot his dumb ass. And then I'm gonna hit you for another 6. And then I'm gonna pass. Am I done resourcing? I think I could very well be done resourcing.
One direct.
I'll take it on the base. Get hit for
9.
9.
Yeah. I'll waylay this.
You're maniac.
I have to.
Or you die.
Well, I die to an Asajj attack, yeah.
Let's see. How best to... I guess it's a little something like this. Guess we intercept in 3.
Take initiative.
And then I daring raid and finish that shit off. And then pass.
Radiant.
5 indirect.
Yep. +1.
We'll go to my base. Non-leaders?
Yeah.
Attack you for 9.
Yeah.
Attack you for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here, Boba Fett. You
Yeah,
punk
absolutely
ass.
destroyed, actually. Utterly embarrassed.
I pulled down his pants in front of everybody.
Asajj would do that to Baby Boba. They're like hazing him or whatever.
Get wrecked. That was a clowning.
Yeah, like
I'm convinced.
I feel like that matchup goes like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think you have like Target Town, you answer any of the early threats you want to.
Yeah.
You're doing damage the whole time.
Yeah.
Open fire is probably finishing off stuff if you don't want to kill Target Town.
Yep.
So I think it's probably a pretty good matchup for Asajj.
Yeah. You're just enough resilient, plus you've got grit, so...
And Boba has to stick guys to start damaging your Target Town anyway, so...
Yeah.
It's tough. It's rough out there.
Hard in these streets.
So we're gonna probably do 2 matches a stream. We'll be back tomorrow.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, something like that. We'll be done in like a week, right?
Wednesday, I have a concert I'm going to.
Ah, okay.
So
that's fine. I no big deal.
Tomorrow and then Sunday. So this is like tomorrow, and then I mean we could finish it Sunday. Then we could just do all the top 4 next week.
All right, and then
we also have possible Keyboard stream.
Yeah,
because I think someone's sending us some prophetic.
So we could do the Vault Tour decks and some prophetic stuff.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That'd be a good Sunday stream too if we wanted to do this. During the week. It'd
be fun. It'd be fun to go back to our roots some. I've got. Do you have any interest in any of the Final Fantasy stuff?
The Magic stuff?
Yeah. If you don't, that's fine.
I'm not mad at it.
There's the Commander decks.
Oh, I'm down to play that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Because we could play a Final Fantasy Commander. We'll cash in our chips here.
Totally down for that.
I wouldn't mind. I think the Final Fantasy 6 deck is the worst deck. It's like the least popular deck. But
is there a different Commander deck for all the Final Fantasies?
There's 4.
There's 4.
There's 7. There's 6, 7, 10, and 14.
Okay.
So
14, of course, being the most popular one.
It depends on it depends on the demographic.
I see.
The type of person
you got your over 30s.
The type of person
like
who wants to buy the cat girl, because the thing is, like, Ishtola is the main character. It's the cat girl chick from Final Fantasy 14. I have not played FF14. I don't know anything about it, but in that deck, the type of person who buys the Ishtola deck does not want to meet somebody else, another balding 40-year-old man to purchase a deck from it. He doesn't want to. They don't show up into the store to buy that. But like, literally everybody that's been in the store for like a year or more walks in and is like, Final Fantasy 7 deck, please. That's my favorite. We're like, yes, you too.
Get an opinion of your own.
You too are in your 40s.
It is my favorite though.
And the people who are like slightly younger than me, they walk in and they're like, the Final Fantasy 10 deck, please.
Yeah.
So
10 was big.
I seem to be an expert. I know that Ishtola is a cat girl.
That's all you're really
okay. Flabbergasted how expensive they were? Yes, correct.
Insane.
But yeah, we could fill a stream with one of those.
Yeah, I mean that might take us pretty close to getting new stuff.
Like new stuff. So
in like 2 weeks.
I don't know when we're getting it. From what I've heard, that we got an email from Asmodee regarding the Carbonite boxes. and so this is not me spreading lies on the internet, but they said that the Carbonite boxes are going to be way more limited this time around. Because the price on Carbonite boxes have steadily decreased over time. It hasn't like cratered like Twilight of the Republic, but it has slowly decreased, right? So I actually expect Carbonite boxes to be a lot more expensive this time around. Actually, as cool as the ships are, these Prestige Force users are probably likely to go bananas because everybody's going to want like a Vader. People are going to want the Force characters, right?
Vader is sick.
Yeah, the one where he's on the standing on the TIE
Pretty
fighter or whatever.
Cool.
It is cool. And that Vader itself is really cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
really
I like the design of that card quite a bit. I like a lot of the designs in this set. This past set, Jump and the Legends of the Force, both of those sets have some really sick designs.
They're really leaps and bounds ahead of the second and third sets.
I think it feels like it's like an actualization of a lot of the stuff that was there.
Yeah.
The second and third set do feel like they were designed really before the game had been played some, right?
I mean that is the case.
Yeah.
They're like finalizing their set while people are playing the first set, right? So they don't have all the data from the first set.
Yeah.
You probably even finalizing Twilight of the Republic while that first set was happening.
Yeah.
And then they were doing all the revisions for the fourth set, which is why it came out pretty damn good.
Yeah, and they said that they were slowing the game down, so that's why there's so many. There's like a 2 power, 4 or 5 toughness unit in every aspect combination in the set that has text that you want. So they were like, this was like this was intentional to slow the game down.
That's interesting. I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah,
because those are not like easily removable units. Really, they're not removable on the next action at all. Plus, Hidden as a mechanic.
Yeah, I like Hidden as a mechanic. I mean, I'm excited for the next set for sure. Yeah. I think Daughter is an awesome card. I was talking about that Avar Chris deck, right? Earlier, you put Daughter in that Avar Chris deck. It's a 5-drop. And every time you're attacked, use the Force and heal your base for 2. Just shave 2 damage off of every attack.
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Very crazy. All right, y'all. That'll do it. Got our games done.
We're wrapping it up here.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow for the rest of the top 8.
Yeah.
The semifinals.
Goodbye.
I mean, the quarterfinals. All right. Goodbye.